Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry for the unexpected quit. My grandma called me and I did not know what she was saying, so I'm back. And I'm gonna start back from the top. So if anybody, if anybody wasn't here from the last live stream, I'm gonna actually let them. I'm actually gonna let them catch up. We're sorry, Thomas, but I'm afraid you only have 2 months left to live. We tried everything, but there has been no effect. Tom sighed and placed his head on his hand. Head i- his head on his hands. I don't want to hear in his hands. I don't want to hear anything else. Can you just leave me alone for a bit? The nurse sighed and nodded. I understand. Goodbye, Mr. Ridgewell. He slowly began to tear up and lay down in the hospital bed, gazing up at the roofs, lost in his thoughts. I wish Ed and Matt knew I was here. I wish I had more time. I wish someone could just come and see me. As if someone had heard his prayers, Tom heard a bang at the door. He sat up swiftly and wiped his eyes with the back of his hand. The nurse walked into room 544. Sorry to disturb you, Thomas, but you have a visitor. She looked at the doorway and nodded as the mysterious person strode out. You have an hour. Tom then saw the mysterious figure walk in and shut the door behind him. He folded his arms behind his back and his hoodie yellow hair, which was shaped like devil horns, spiked up. It can't be him. He's right in that diamond bet, he thought to himself. To Tord? Hello, old friend. I'm too, I'm too, I'm too, I'm actually too tired to do the Norwegian accent, okay? So you'll just have to deal with that. Hello, old friend, he said, his Norwegian accent more stronger than Tom remembered. Tord, I thought you died. Tord, I thought you died. Tom started out, his eyes widening out of shock, towards himself on the end of Tom's bed and began inspecting his left arms. I got a few scars, but nothing intense. He then began inspecting his robot arm. Remember this, Tom? Tord prodded, looking Tom chuckling in his eyes, showing him his robot arm, the giant robot. You made an arm out of the leftover parts. Very, very smart, Thomas. Perfect. What do you mean perfect? Tom questioned Tord, sitting up and looking at him confused. Nothing. So anyway, Tord stood up and walked next to Tom and placed a hand on his shoulder. I heard you only have 2 months left to live. Eye cancer, isn't it? Yeah, Tom warned out. I look of misery plastered all over his face. I can help with that. Tord stated standing up and putting his arm folded behind his back. Tom seemed intrigued and captivated by Tord's words. Wait, you can? Yes, 1 second. Tord went over to his backpack that was placed on a chair nearby Tom's bed and remembered eventually pulling out an eye mask. What with this? Tord announced, smirking at Tom. A mask? What is it? A mask? Tord isn't? Cancer is some illness that can be cured with an anesthesia of the spot. Tord turned it around and showed it at angles. Wait. Sword turned it around and showed it to all angles to Tom. There were two bright green eyes that were in a strap that seemed like Tom's fit. He showed the inside, which seemed like it was made for a robot. This will cure your eye cancer, Tom. You've got to trust me. The last time I trusted you, you blew up the house and nearly killed me and it actually killed John. Well, that was years ago. Come on, Tom. Just let me save you. Tom paused for a second. Why does Tord want to help me? This isn't the normal Tord I know, he thought to himself. After a few silent minutes of Tom entirely debating with himself, he looked at Tord and smiled at him. Sure. Tom smiled back at Tord smiled back at him. Well, there is one condition. Both of them had stopped smiling and the atmosphere changed instantly. What condition? He's like, what condition? You join me. What do you mean join you? Tom didn't realize what he heard. He heard on the news earlier. He and what he heard on the past news for the past has heard on the, he has what he heard on the news for the past few months. Red leader this, red leader that, red leader then, red leader went, red leader wants. Tord smiled sweetly at Tom, realizing that he knew that Tom knew. You're the leader. You're the red leader, aren't you? He began chuckling and pulled out a cigar out of his backpack. No, I'm the gold leader of the Unicorn Society, Toy said sarcastically. Yes, I am, and I need you as my bodyguard. Paul and Patrick decided I need one because they can't take up my duties and my needs. Because they love me too much, and that's sloppy feelings and shit. Why me? You've got nothing else. You've got nowhere else to go, and you need me, and I need you. What you just want to use me, don't you? No, I need you as my son, as my right hand man, second in command, partner in crime, whatever you use to describe it. But you get the point. Ford sat at the end of Tom's bed, and looked at him directly in the eyes, a tiny hint of desperation in them, but mainly in intimidation. You need me more than I need you, Tom. So, would you rather die in 2 months or keep on living? Tom took a deep breath and exhaled. Tom took a deep breath and exhaled. Fine, I'll join the Red Army. Torn smirked at him, looking for looking more. I bet that's what I was supposed to say. Devilish than on average. He stood up at Tom, and for once was taller than him. He held out his robotic hand. Nice to be working with you, bodyguard. Torn, I'm in a motherfucking hospital. How am I supposed to get out? With this, Tord reaches in his backpack and throws a gun towards him. Wait, no, I'm not killing anybody. Tom protested. First of all, shut up. The doctors might hear you, dumbass. It's it'll be my partner in crime. You better be prepared to kill many more people, darling. Tom began to observe the gun and fiddle with it carefully. Please don't tell me I have to kill everyone in this hospital. Depends on how many people he has escaping, so load up. He handed Tom some bullets which fit perfectly in the gun, and also had some spare for reloading. Tord had already placed on his trench coat and an eye patch, which he usually see in him. He was then loading up his shotgun and put out the cigarette by stopping on it. The black-eyed patient began loading up his gun and was breathing in, trying to relax himself. Okay, I'm ready. All right, get your essentials and just throw them in your backpack and let's get the fuck out of here. Tord said, throwing his backpack onto his back and putting out his shotgun ready. Tom began packing everything into his backpack. Susan, Smirnoff, his blue hoodie, his wallet, a few other odds and ends. He then zipped it up and threw it on his back, tidying his hospital bed and getting his gun ready. that no need to worry. Then he set the workers ablaze and opened up the window. Anyway, the smoke and heat might attract people to your room. We gotta go out the window. At this point, Tom was already used to Tord's weird but strategic ways of thinking, and just went with it. Tord held his hands out towards the window. Ladies first. Tom laughed and slowly dropped out the window, seeing he was only on the third floor. The drop wasn't as high as he thought. He landed quite awkwardly and tripped over himself. A few seconds later, Tord landed perfectly on the ground and nodded at Tom. "Come on, partner. We have to get you out. We've got to get to the red base and sort out your eyes." Tord laid a hand on Tom's face and traced his finger around the area around Tom's face, like eyes. They're slowly getting worse. Oh my god. Doll. Saturday, March 16th. Saturday, 16th March 16th. 2:15 p.m. Tom awoke and sat up, finding himself back in a hospital bed. He began to get lost in himself like his old dream, and Riley waking with their leader. "Wait, did I ever down a fucking hospital?" He was interrupting by Tord walking through the door and slowly moving towards him. "You're awake, my doll." He walked up to Tom and placed a hand on his chest, pushing him lightly to lay back down in bed. Tom started to get slightly worried look in his eyes. Dull? Yeah, Tord smiled at him, which was one of the very rare genuine ones. "My new nickname for you because of your eyes. Eyes." Tom then realized he could see perfectly. His eyes weren't painful anymore. He went to touch around his eyes and remembered the mask. "So there's some good and some bad news, Tom." "Bad news first, good news second." "Well, Frit." Oh, no. I think I already read this. Okay, but I read this before, I think. But you never know. "Bad news first, good news second," Tom ordered. "Well, we had to surgically chuck them out to your face. However..." "What?"
"You don't want to eat, huh?"
I said Crackle Barrel. Oh my god.
That ain't happening. That one's never gonna back.
Wow, okay.
No.
What are you doing? Okay.
Come on down. If you're not ready to eat, don't come down, but
Okay.
you gotta eat sometime.
I know.
Okay. I know too.
However, your eye cancer has gone. Tom first instructed him with it. To jump and scream like a scream like a little girl on Christmas. I screamed as loud as a man in mental asylum. "Wait, so I'm not gonna die?" he asked. So the gazer is fully gone. Has not come back. Has not come. Not most likely not to come. But Tord was interrupted by Tom getting up and hugging him. "Thank you so much." Tom was about trying to cry, but he couldn't because of the mask. However, the mask did portray his eyes. His curtain moved, but it was nothing but an eyes. So laughed straight up Comey. Tom laughed and playfully punched out Tord's arm. "Shut up, Comey." They both began chuckling and blushing at each other. The doctor coughed. "Sorry to interrupt, leader, but you should take Thomas to his room." "Wow!" Tord suddenly gave an angry look at the doctor and pulled out a knife out of his pocket and held it to the doctor. Like, "I will when I want to. No, do not order me to do anything else. This knife will go straight to your mouth, your neck." "Got it." One thing Tom had to learn quick is that Tord was a hothead and had very short temper. I bet that's what I was supposed to say. The doctor gulped and nodded. "Deepest apologies, Red Leader. I'll leave you to do your business." And then turned and began looking in the cabinets to distract himself. Tord slowly put away the pocket knife and turned to Tom. We should get to your new room, Tom. Follow me. He placed one hand on Tom's waist and the other in his trench coat pocket. Tom's face shivered slightly with Tord's cold robot arm around his slim, feminine like waist. Okay, he whimpered out. He began walking down the hallway, and Tord was pointing to each door. A few occasional people sat in their rooms, either tidying their guns or laying in a bed, cleaning up their wounds. Soaking to the Red Army doll eyes, these are just the average room for soldiers. You won't be staying in these years. Your room is pretty similar to mine. Seeing as you're basically the second most important person here. So if I was assassinated or went missing, you'd be the new leader. Wait, hold up. Why do you mean I'd be the new leader? What do you mean assassinated? Well, let's just say there's a lot of people who out to get me. So the only people I can trust are you, Paul, and Patrick, Patrick, and myself. I thought Paul and Patrick were your parents. Yeah, they're like my parents. They look after me and care for me. They treat me like I'm their son. It's annoying as fuck sometimes. But they just look out for me. Tom paused, remembering that Tord's parent had been killed in a house fire when he was 6 and had to grow up really quick. That's really nice of them, Tord. I'm glad you found people who care about you. Tord paused and clenched his fist before shaking his head, looking for your room. Go in. Tord opened the door and walked into the giant Rigo room. It looked like Tom's room back at their house, which he shared with Ed and Matt and Ed, but larger and slightly more tidy. Well, this amazing Red. How did you even get all this stuff? I have my ways. Are you sure? I have my ways anyways. You sure you like it? Hell yeah, this is badass, Tom said. You could almost see stars in his voice. And then turned to Tord. Why are you being so nice to me? Well, you're my partner in crime, and if we're literally gonna spend the rest of our lives together and work side by side, yeah. But you're being too nice. Like I said, as you're my right hand man, we are gonna be spending lots of time together, and I believe a good bond and trust. We need to know everything about each other, no matter what. On the words, a lot of time together. Tord laid thumb. Laid a thumb and index finger on Tom's chin and leaned himself closer to him, leaning Tom against the wall, and the tension being so thick that you couldn't even cut it with a knife. Oh, wow. Wow. Tord then backed away and wiped his outfit down, smirking at himself. Tom was bright red and slightly embarrassed. Anyway, you should settle into your room. I'll be back in a few minutes. Just do whatever you need to do, doll eyes. Tom pauses a minute. He wanted to question why Tord was being so flirty and suggested towards Tom, but he decided not to, as Tord is unpredictable. Alright, thanks, Ed. Before Tord closed the door and peeked his head back in there, just between you and me. You can call me Tord. Aww! He smirked and closed the door gently behind himself. Sharpshooter. Oh yeah, I did read this one. I read like 5 chapters. Tom was laying on top of his bed. Wow, look at that though, guys. Look at that though. Let me show you it. It's awesome, isn't it? That's so good. That's really good art. Saturday. March 16th, 3:06 p.m. Tom was laying on top of his bed, turning his bath and humming to himself when he heard a knock at the door. Sorry, guys. My throat's really hurting. My throat's really itchy. He walked up to the door and opened it, peeking through the crack of it, and seeing it was Tord. Hey, Tord, is everything all right? He asked. Tord budged by him and walked into his room. Nope. Tord said, his something seeming great. He took a deep breath and turned towards the star. Purple Base is out to get us. They've planned to attack us tomorrow on Sunday, 17th of March. Be right back, guys. I need to go. I actually really need to go get a drink of water. My throat is very itchy. Okay, I'm back. Purple Base is out to get us. They plan on to attack us tomorrow on Sunday, 17th of March, around midnight, when most of my army would be out in another battle. So it looks like might be your first taste of what I'm getting you into. He placed his hands folded behind his back and began pacing around Tom's room, drowning in his own thoughts. Tom took a deep breath and placed his hands on his back, looking at Tord. Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it, whatever I have to. Tord looked at Tom in astonishment. Wait, really? Yeah, I know how to use a gun. I know how to throw daggers. I know more than you think, Red. Tord smirked at him and looked at the floor, walking towards him. Looks like classic stupid Tom cause. Murder while I was away. He stepped in front of him and looked at him, observing Tom's messy hair, eye mess, which made him look 10% cooler. A slim but strong-looking body, sharp jawline with slight stubble. Gradually blue hair. God, you wear that hoodie wherever you go, doesn't it get boring? Tom snuggled it up to his hoodie and stayed from it. Tom snuggled up to his hoodie and sniffed it. It just reminds me of Ed and Matt. Is that such a problem? Well, it is now. People might recognize you from the hoodie. So here, Tord went into Tom's wardrobe and went to the top and shelf and pulled out a box. He placed it on the top of the bed and took off the lid, showing an outfit which wasn't blue, which wasn't a blue hoodie, surprisingly. Try this on. Tord handed him the box and looked at him this slight. Try this on. Tord handed him the box and looked at him a slight sense of pink on his face. All right then. Could I maybe, I don't know, have some privacy? Yeah, go into the bathroom. Said Tom as he laughing as he walked into his bathroom, box in hand. Oh my god, my freaking itchy throat. Be right back. I need to go back to the frickin' kitchen to get some water. Now, after a few wrestling coming from the bathroom, Tord walked out. Tom, you mean, walked out in a long dark blue sleeved shirt with the black vest on top, topped off with the black tie tucked under the vest. He looked straight into the mirror and began to check himself out, turning to the left and right. How is it? It suits you, pun not intended, but it really does. I tried to make sure of your size. It was your size. If any sizes don't work, let me know. No, really, I really like it. It fits well, and it feels well. All right, Tord said, his eyes not breaking contact from Tom. He turned to Tord and laughed. Keep your eyes straight, Tord. Tord gave me a suit. All right, so I said, his eyes not breaking contact from Tom. He turned into Tord and laughed. Keep your eyes straight, Tord. So give it. Yeah, confused look. Hold up, what do you mean? He chuckled under his breath. Oh, it's nothing bad. I just was joking. But if we are on this topic, I just need to ask. Ask what? Alright, Tord, are you gay? Tom blurted out. Tord began snickering, and then let it out a burst out, then burst out laughing. You think I'm gay? Gay. Tom smiled slightly, not being able to stop himself from laughing along with him. Well, you seem very flirty towards me, and you've been acting really nice. Tord began chuckling again. I don't really know how to explain. It's one thing I'm sounding it gay, but we're going to spend most of our time together, and we're gonna have to get pretty comfortable with each other pretty quick. Tom nodded and had a look of realization. I'm very mad because of this tickling. Why do you tickle with my throat? I'm mad now. Doing I'm mad. I'm mad. Why does it freaking tickle my throat? I'm sorry, guys. Yep, I've just realized and I understand. He began tickling almost toward anyways. But tomorrow, I need to know if you're for definite what you're filled with weapons and skilled during attack, so follow me. Tom followed and Tom nodded and followed toward along the hallway until they entered a shooting range. Alright, just choose any old gun and we'll get to it. Tom just blindly chose the first gun he saw and stood in row number 7. There was nobody else in the shooting range at this time, weirdly enough. Alright, so now you have to do first. Tom blew off toward and aimed at his first gun, and his gun at the time, and the test dummy and fired 3 shots from the bullets going through the dummy's head. The other 2 going through his chest, into his chest. Tord stood there in awe as Tom's messy hair wiggling slightly normally with every gunshot. His body in perfect stance. He seemed very confused on the dummy. And his gun flawlessly at it. Holy shoot! I cannot say bad words. Okay, I said the fuck ones. Okay, holy shit. Tord said, his mouth and eyes wide open in astonishment. That was amazing! Countered Tord. He looked 10 times sexier and he was holding a gun and looking serious. Thanks! He said, placing the gun on his shoulder and smirking. Tord grabbed a gun toward himself and aimed at the dummy, trying to aim for the head. For the head and the heart is a more difficult target from what the other soldier says. Tom smirked at Tord again, grabbing some ammo, walking over to row 4 and shot one exactly where the heart would be and went in the head and began to walk down to off the throws, doing it to each one. He eventually got to row 10, which was the one before Tord's row, and shot twice where the heart would and where the head would be. Tord turned to Tom, and the expression in his face was hilarious. Sorry, what did you say? How the fuck do you do that? I don't even know, honestly. Tord let out a slight chuckle and walked toward Tom, placing 2 fingers on his chin. Yes. Yeah, but on shush. Tord paused a second before his eye line in and he jumps up. This gun has no scopes on them. He dropped the gun and placed his fingers back on Tom's face and moves his face side to side, looking at his eyes like, holy shit, your advice like how gave you sharpshooter vision. Tord said in eager yet shocked smile on his face. But there's scopes on the gun I used, look. Tom, oh, I forgot to read. Sorry, guys. But there's scopes on the gun I used. Look, Tom went to point at the scope and realized there wasn't one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tom said in a mischievous trick on his need to do any more preparation for tomorrow. Troy laughed and rolled his eyes. Yep, you're shit at shooting, Tom. We'll need to practice on stuff, he said sarcastically. Tom began to laugh with Troy. As Tom took both of their guns and placed them on the gun rack, placing the one without a scope on it in its own corner. He got a Sharpie out of his pocket and wrote on the side with it start. Got a Sharpie out of his pocket and rolled down a doll on this side with the star next to it. I'll see you tomorrow, Tord. Tom smiled and Tord smiled and waved at Tom as he was leaving the room. Yeah, see you tomorrow, doll. Oh my god, I love this. Oh my god, it's already been 34 minutes in that first live stream. It was just weird. I got through it. I got through a couple of stuff. And I feel like I have a cold. So, I have a cold, guys, so just bear with me, please. Right now, because it just affected me. But it's been affecting me for like 4 days, but now it just got into my nose and I'm like... Wait. Okay, I was like, oh my god, there's nothing. Monday, March 17th, 1:54 a.m. Whenever Tom was under the pressure or nervous for anything, he'd just sexually drink and